talk about, when I talk crazy versus, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yep.
I'm
Yo,
Chandra.
and I'm that dude that be coming in now and again. Y'all know the name. Y'all see the name. I ain't gotta say. Let me stop. What's good, everybody? So you can
Now,
hear? You
okay,
good?
now we good. All right. I just want to check and make sure. All right, okay, now I'm good. Yeah, my settings was off. Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back. I want to apologize from y'all last week. We did not come on.
No.
You already know, busy months, busy people, just busy life, yo. So overall, we are here today. That's all that matters. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. How are y'all doing, Sean? How are you doing?
I'm amazing. You guys excuse the hat. I do have some conditioner on my hair. I'm doing some self-care this weekend. So I do have on a hat. I'm here. This is me.
I see that. I
So
see that.
OKC
This
hat,
is
by the way.
me.
Still
Well,
repping.
you
Still
repping.
repping even in the off season.
You need
But I'm
to,
great. I'm wonderful. I'm blessed. God is good.
real talk though. You might want to take the C out because they just okay. No.
That you said okay.
Oh, you know,
Yo, don't start.
that's coming from the person who's a Laker fan now.
See? You're gonna start it. You
At
can't
least we
start
were
it.
okay in the
Yo.
playoffs, and
Yo,
now
you can't.
okay.
I done told him
out regular
before.
season.
You can't start nothing if we ain't there.
Yo,
We gonna come at it.
yo,
Yeah.
you know what? You can't spell without okay. Russell Westbrook. Oh well, Westbrook. So Westbrook is the team, right? So Westbrook is the team, right? There's no Paul Pierce. I mean, Paul George.
Paul George.
There's no. It's just Russell Westbrook. Yet again, coming up short. Now let's stop. I'm just joking.
Oh Lord, don't start
Really?
like
Really?
Skip
Is that what we're doing today?
No,
That's what we're
No,
doing.
we not. No,
That's what we doing?
no. No, we
That's
not messing with Russ.
What happened? See, now my cam went out. See, it went out on purpose. That's what it's doing.
Yo,
Yo, I haven't seen you in a while, Sean. I had to get at you, yo. I'm sorry.
don't do
okay.
Russ.
I had to get at you.
Don't do it. Don't do Russ like that.
Yo, she wore the hat. But anyways,
She wore the hat.
so we here. Yo, Fueg, how you doing, bro? I see you over here doing the undercover brother in the car.
Oh, I am, man. I'm watching everybody and everything. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. I know, like I said, y'all, I might have to jump off, like I told Sai and Sean. But I gotta talk about Virginia for 2 seconds. I gotta talk about Virginia. Why is it that just because, and you stupid people run around, and I'm one of the dumb ones, you see New York pizza, and y'all think as restaurant owners that means big ass slices of pizza and that's it. That shit it could be nasty. The cheese ain't the same. The sauce ain't the same. But just because you get big ass slices, you call it New York pizza. Stop it. Then I gotta wonder why people on the highway, why you find the need to lick your phone. I don't
What is it
understand
licking their
that.
phone for? I'm
confused.
Looking their phone for what? Why?
I said licking their phone.
Why?
I don't know. The girl licked her phone. I'm talking about she went full. She had a bigger phone than I got the what I got. The newest Note 9. That joint ain't small. Her joint was a little bigger. It looked like, and she licked it from top to bottom and then stopped and looked at us on the highway, busy highway. You know everybody's watching. I want to know why people would do that, dig up their nose, eat their boogers, all of that on the highway like nobody's watching.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't. That makes no. Unless maybe she was on she was FaceTiming someone, and
she was trying to clean her phone with spit.
Ooh.
You could tell. And then people were making excuses. They be like, somebody did that on my Facebook. When I said, they said, oh yeah, we she was probably trying to clean. I'm like, did you just say she was trying? Is she a damn camel or a dog? Because they do shit like that. Like, come on now, like, let's not do that. But anyway, I'm sorry. But other than that, I'm cool today.
All right.
We'll see later.
All right. Well, ever since you talked about Virginia, as soon as you mentioned Virginia, the internet started acting up. Well, that's on you. I swear.
See?
Okay, now we back to green.
What we in?
Now we back to green. Yeah. So with that being said, after Virginia, we're gonna talk. I hope everybody's doing great. Memorial weekend. Anybody cooking out? Anybody going anywhere? Anybody hanging out? Family? Whatever the case is. What's going on?
Probably a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Gotta get a drink in there.
I'm chill. I really wanted to just have a really relaxed weekend with no movement. So I'm in the house mostly.
That's what it is.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, see, and that's what I truly want to do too. But eventually, I think tomorrow we're gonna go somewhere. Right after church, I think the wife wants to go to Round Rock, which is in Austin. I don't know what's over there, but we're gonna.
Them horses again, yo. You go. Yeah, I told you. You're gonna be the first Puerto Rican cowboy. I'm trying to tell you that. You don't believe me.
It's like, yo, we about to see some chickens, turkeys, and all types of different things.
You said turkeys.
I gotta do the show, Libby. Give me a back. So yeah, so we got some things to talk about, man, since we missed out last week. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. I hope nobody's working. I'm sorry. Salute to all the retailers and the sales people out there. Y'all work every day. I used to have that lifestyle. Thank God I don't have that no more. Thank you, Lord. I am off Monday, so I'm blessed. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it with family, and I'm going to enjoy it with a lot of good eating and a lot of great drinking. So it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one.
You see, he put great on drinking and just good on food. So we have the same priorities right now. It's all good.
It's the drinking. Like, look, I'm on my last one too, bro. That was my last one, and I got
you gotta go.
I got a mini fridge in my joint now, so I'm pretty happy. Like, so I get to stack it up. So, anyways, so we got some things to talk about, man, that was really interesting this week. Lil Nas X. If y'all don't know Lil Nas X, y'all are under a rock. I don't like the song at all, truly, but I know the kid. At first I was questioning where he got the Nas from, though. And I got to Google that.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Lil Nas X is a rap / country, I guess, singer.
Mm-hmm. A rapper, I guess he's more rap. Does he sing too?
Well, no, you're right.
I guess that's kind of, what is he doing? I guess that's kind of like that Nelly kind of thing. What does Nelly do? I don't know that kind of word.
What does Nelly do?
No,
I'm saying, like, you know how Nelly, like, he
harmonizes.
Yeah, it's like that's what he does.
I know what you mean. It's not like a rap, what we
No,
know.
but Nelly actually has talent. See, with this dude right here, he's just like, he's coming up and he's just like it's whatever he's doing, like anybody and their mama could do it. Nelly actually he was the first one to cross that I know of, that cross, I guess, crossroad or cross cancel or cross combine rap with country. If y'all remember that song,
the crossover. I know you talking about.
He crossed over country and rap before he did it. Before this guy did it. This guy,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but Nelly actually, he really like sung. Like, this man actually sung the dang on song. He kind of tried to take it country. This guy is actually rapping on a country, I guess, country something beat, 808s. It's like a mixture of both. But anyways, to get to it,
he got support though. Billy Ray Cyrus. He's one of the southern country, and your girl's father. So
Miley.
Yeah, Miley. So he supports him.
A matter of fact, he was on it. He was featured on the song.
Yeah.
He was featured on the song with him. So, because originally they kicked him off the country. I guess the country slots, the country 40, top 40, because he was in there. Kicked him out. My man supported him, and they put him right back in because obviously he got the cosign from I guess considered a legend into the country realm. And then he got so big that Wrangler, the jeans Wrangler, I'm talking about Brett Favre Wrangler, has signed him to a deal. So it was very interesting. Like I think this is the first time I ever heard of a jeans deal or, a clothing deal, yes, but jeans, because they mainly meant for jeans. Like they not like shirts and sneakers is not that thing. It's mainly for jeans, Wrangler jeans. And he signed a deal. Matter of fact, I'm about to Google how much he got paid for that deal. So all the country fan base started banding him. My question to y'all is it because they don't consider him a country artist to be even, I guess, in the same circle as them, or is it more than that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think that I honestly have not followed the story much. That song has been out for a while now, and I've not been. The kids love it. It annoys me. So I don't really follow. I don't really know the story in terms of. I know Billy Ray Cyrus did jump on and supported him, but it seems like he is getting a lot of criticism right now from the country community, and they don't want him a part of that. And so for me, Wrangler is, I guess, it's like a country. It's more. I've never bought a pair of Wrangler jeans. I think that's more country, maybe cowboyish based type jeans. So I think it's more in that genre of country. So I guess that's why they chose him. But and two, I mean, he's popular and they want to make money. So when it comes to money, businesses aren't going to care about. They're not going to discriminate. I think country is if it's not predominantly white, it may be all Caucasian, honestly. And so with that being the case, I think that it's not just, and I will say this, I don't think with country it's just if you're something outside of white that there may be sensitive about who's coming into their genre. I also think that they criticize someone like Taylor Swift too. It's levels to it. I think there's the country artists that say, even Taylor Swift is too pop. She's not really country to them, and they turn their nose up at her too. Right. But in this particular case, I think that is because he's Black. That's my opinion. And it could be even maybe because he's hip hop. Maybe country is not ready for it to go into their genre to be opened up to different styles. Maybe they're more traditional in that way, and they don't want it to be more conservative in that way. So
right. Fueg.
No, I'll tell you, like, I absolutely think it has something to do with the fact that he's Black. It's the same, they did Chuck Berry like that back in the day, and all the greats. You know what I mean? When they were, as they saying, they weren't either rock and roll or they didn't think that they were that. And it wasn't because of their music, because they liked their music before they seen their face. You see what I'm saying? So right. I'm not saying it's 100%. I do think it has something to do with that. The side I'm on, though, is that this is what I was saying before, what we all talked about. Look, notice how they are making sure their music is pure. Look, and this is why hip hop isn't anymore. That's right. What I was trying to get at. Like, for years, I was telling people, watch, when we try to go, we are open arms to everybody, and we don't care how much they destroy. When I say that, I mean take us to another avenue from what the purpose was. These people ain't having it. That's what I was saying. They're not having it. This goes beyond just music. And it even goes beyond, like when I was telling you how they cut Kobe Bryant off. You know what I'm saying? Because so my point is that I do think it's some for race. I do think it's a little bit because he's hip hop. I think that's a little bit sprinkled in. But I do think I don't think it would be the same way if it was a person like, I won't say Eminem, but somebody like that. You see what I'm saying? Right. It wouldn't be looked at, I don't think, as the same. But this is how I'm upset because music is music. Right. But at the same time, I can kind of feel that they're probably looking like we ain't gonna let what happened with hip hop happen to us. Because we want to keep it like this. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that going nowhere else, which is cool. That's what you're supposed to do. But they're not. I don't think the boycott is that aspect. What I've been hearing and seeing is more. It kind of makes me believe it's more on this dude is Black.
Right.
then I want to keep my music pure. But it could be a little bit of both. You know what I mean? For sure.
Well, with some additional information on the with little Nas X, he's also signed to Columbia Records. Ever since they signed a deal with Wrangler, he actually started a Little Nas X collection, which are jeans that range from $79 for women, cut off shorts, to $129 a pair for slim fit jeans with the logo.
For all these boys out here, right? The
Fam,
skinny jeans.
The skinny jeans. So what it is, it looks like it's cross again. Even the clothes are cross cancel. It looks like Wrangler is now trying to get into the urban side of things now.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the money's at. You know, we spend a whole bunch of money even when we can't pay our rent.
Exactly.
I like how you threw that in there.
It's true. No, it's facts. It's sad to say. Like, I mean, I used to work at a clothing store, and I used to see these cats that came off of buses to stand in a line to buy a $200 pair of Jordans. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you just got off a bus. So yeah, the priorities are fucked up in this world, and business is business. There's smart business and then there's dumb business. Like, you can't have emotion in business. You can't, if you're trying to make money and provide for others. It's other people's choices to do what they do.
Did y'all freeze? Something.
We freeze?
No, I see a red on you. I don't. I see a red on you, but I can hear you. You can keep going.
Yeah,
I can definitely hear you.
Yeah, you good right now. You keep.
Okay, something happened, but it's good now.
Okay, cool. All right, so like I said,
what's going on with these playoffs, y'all?
Playoffs. 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 Playoffs.
We talking about the championship. We talking about
playoffs. Right now, I'm disappointed. I'm
disappointed all the way around. Like,
I just know one factual thing is that the ratings are down because LeBron James is not in the playoffs.
See? I was waiting for him to say it.
Are you serious though? So I mean, this is my only thing. What does this have to do? Like, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss LeBron. Like,
of course not, because your team.
That, I mean, like,
because your team is okay.
I love watching LeBron, but
I heard you.
With LeBron not being there.
No, but see, my thing is not like me. I don't necessarily miss LeBron being there. I like that. I wanted him in there because I like the bullshit. I like the talking. I like everything like that. What I'm saying is that like the ratings go down because a lot of times people are viewing him just to see him lose, mess up, so he can do something. Then you got his fans. So what it shows me is that he has that much pull that he's not in the playoffs. So you losing 20%. You're down 20% of your viewers, which is from all networks and everything. You're losing. So it's like, it's not really about him playing. It's just about, that's the whole, he's the face. He is the NBA. And since, I hate to say it, but since Michael Jordan, this is what you got. It ain't about the skill. It's about the power and and you know what I'm saying, that he has on the game itself and the business aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to see him just because people want to see him, just like they want to see Michael Jordan. They want to see Michael Jordan on the Wizards. He was done. 50 years old, basically. I'm not 50, but you know what I'm saying. You know, it didn't happen with the other ones because remember, Kobe has been out the playoffs before when he was in his prime. It didn't really go down that much, though. That's why I said this shows me he has that Michael Jordan effect on the game. He's
top 5 greatest player to ever do it. So, I mean, I get it. I mean,
no, me and you get it, but I mean, the haters don't get it. Like, I bet you if you get Gasky on him,
God.
He ain't gonna see it that way. But this shows that. But I'm laughing. Saya and me wanted to throw that in there just to be jerks. So people would jump in the business aspect.
My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo. You fucking shit up, man.
No. I had to click on the Stay to the Point radio to find out there's people that's commenting on it, and I can't get to it.
Oh, okay. But you're right, Chandra. I mean, my thing is that I love the fact that now you're seeing an emergence of Kawhi. You didn't know if Kawhi could do it. You didn't know if he could do it outside of a Spurs system. Now you're seeing he's actually that superstar that everybody wanted him to be. Now
Well,
you
I think he's been doing it. That's where we disagree. I mean, he did it in 2014 when he got the MVP. I think he beat LeBron in his prime.
But he beat LeBron in his prime, but LeBron still had numbers. That's what I get. That's what I'm trying to tell people. He didn't just beat LeBron. The rest of the team, they was unbelievable behind the three. If them 3-pointers were not hitting from all of them, Ginobili, all of them cats, they don't win that series, even if you got Kawhi doing his thing. He did do a hell of a job on LeBron, but LeBron still, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the numbers, you like,
check it.
How did he stop LeBron? Like, the nigga was like almost 30 points, almost triple-double.
Listen, I ain't trying to hear none of this shit that is, the ratings are not down because LeBron is not because of LeBron. It is because of LeBron, because they still talking about LeBron and free agency, how they, oh man, look, Kyrie, and look, oh my God, he liked the picture. Oh, he liked Kyrie in a Lakers jersey. Oh, look at LeBron he's engaged. He's engaged with the new coach Frank. Oh, look, LeBron is at practice and he's shooting his jump shots. Oh, look at everything still to this day. LeBron is not even in the playoffs, and who they talk about still to this day 90% of the time. LeBron.
But you gotta admit, like what Sean was saying, you gotta admit, like I'm loving the fact that you're seeing, like I said, I feel you, Sean, when you say that Kawhi, you saw that of him, but once again, he was in the Spurs system. We know that Pop took people we don't even know, i.e. Parker and Ginobili, and made them into Hall of Famers. So we were all like, it could be just like we say about Draymond.
I didn't think that about Kawhi. Kawhi's special, but that's just me.
No, I'm saying that.
I just look at it like I knew wherever he went, I knew when he went to Toronto, it was gonna be on and popping. Like I knew that if he's healthy.
To be real with you,
when he's
most
healthy,
people didn't though.
Oh, okay, yeah, I knew. I mean, he's just too good. He's just too good on both sides of the court.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of people are like, we asked a question. We don't know these questions, right? Well, let me stop that. We know that Steph and Clay are going to be dynamite wherever they go because they were under another system that wasn't Steve Kerr's. So we see that. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for me I can believe what I want in my heart, but when I'm looking at it could be different.
Skill-wise for you view Kawhi as he's good, but it's because possibly a Pop. Not necessarily
back when he was on the Spurs. So what I was waiting for is him to go somewhere else and be like, oh shit, this dude is actually that dope by himself. I mean, with everything. So my point is that it's not just the skills.
I'm happy that people are discovering Kawhi. I really am.
I love him. But my point is how his composure. Did you see the other day? They asked him a question. They said, like, what is it? Some around the lines of, well, like, what does it take for you to win or whatever? And he essentially said, I don't know, because we ain't do it yet. That is the elevation of what I'm talking about. You could be all skillful that you want, but when your brain is not that and you don't have that composure, we got Skip in the calling him, oh, he just a quitter. We got him. You got Skip talking about him like he talked about LeBron, and it don't phase Kawhi nothing. I put it like this. I'm happy that people are, and not you, but in general, I have heard a lot of talk about Kawhi, and I'm super excited about it because he has been that dude, and he's earned it. And honestly, before he got injured, I was so excited to see him face KD in that Western Conference. Me too.
I knew he was going to shut his ass down.
I had him up by 30.
He's always been doing his thing. There's no one that's really shut him down against LeBron, against, now you see Giannis. I don't care who you put him against. He genuinely is that dude. He's just a quiet storm. And so I think he doesn't get the credit that he should. So I will say I'm so excited that he's on this platform where he is right now, because I am hearing his name like a lot. Like, people are really bigging him up. They're bigging him up right now, and he deserves it. He's amazing. I mean, I'm a defense person. I will gravitate to defense before offense any day. And that's why I like him so much, just because he's so good on both sides.
What's your predictions? For tonight?
I think they'll close it out.
I think they close it out too. I think they close it out because that team is not ready. When I say not ready, you've seen that. I don't think Giannis is great, but Giannis is not. Giannis is running into what LeBron used to run into. Let's take him out of that paint game. Once you take him out of the paint game, where is he at? He's not the passer that LeBron is, though. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks push it, but I just don't think they do. I think they got their number. I think Kawhi is going to, be amazing like that. And I can't say Kawhi has more, like a lot of people are saying. I think that Kawhi has more battle-tested people on his team than the Bucks have.
And Kawhi is battle-tested himself.
Huh?
And he's battle-tested himself.
Well, no. You're talking about Kawhi, right?
I'm saying, like, he has, not only does he have people around him who have, like Ibaka, who's,
Oh, no, both. That's what I'm saying. Both. He got both himself.
But he's also battle-tested. And I will say this. I had to say shame on myself as a basketball fan because
Why?
I actually was so caught up this playoffs in Golden State, so caught up in who's going to beat them, who's going to take them out, that I honestly wasn't appreciating basketball. And I had to stop it. Actually, I realized that a few days ago. And I said, I'm going to just pause and enjoy this Eastern Conference. Because honestly, I was totally going for the Bucks, but not based on, I love Giannis, but I'm a big Kawhi fan, and I love Ibaka, and I love Marc Gasol. So technically, that's like my Eastern team in terms of support, because they have all the players I like. But I will say I wanted the Bucks to beat them because I was just like, okay, I'm looking at it like the Bucks are rested. They haven't had that, been kind of worn down in the playoffs so far. Okay, maybe they'll be the young team to beat Golden State, and the first two games they won. And in that third game when they lost, I was mad. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I mad that they lost? Because I love Kawhi and them. But I was mad because I was thinking, oh man, they lost. That means that Golden State's probably, we knew Golden State was going to sweep this even before they swept. I was like, Golden State's going to sweep, and then the Bucks are going to have to play more games. They're going to be tired. So my focus has totally been who could beat Golden State. And I was like, I'm going to stop that. Like, I'm just going to enjoy this Eastern Conference. Whoever goes, and whatever happens, happens. But I was like, I can't. I mean, literally, my mission every year is just going to be Golden State, and I'm just over it.
Yeah.
I'm not. Regardless of basketball, like I said, I'm a basketball guy, but I want them to lose. I don't care. I'm not gonna be sorry about that. I'm 100% gonna want them to lose regardless. So my thing is that let's put it this way: if the Bucks lost and Raptors lost, the Bucks wouldn't have made it anyway. They wouldn't have beat them anyway. That's the way I look at it. You see what I'm saying? So whoever comes out of the Eastern Conference, unless you have a team of, like, you just know a team is dope as hell and all of their starting players are hurt, and then Jeremy Lin leads them to the finals, or something like that. Now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what you said and be like, yo, whatever. But my thing is that if you make it to the East, from the East, either one of these teams could give Golden State a run for it. My thing is that without Kevin Durant, even though I still say Golden State is going to take it because of how, but I'm also looking at who they were playing. Harden and them always were playing. I look at them playing because people act like Lillard and them had all this help. Their best big man was out. They have no other real Cantor. He's cool, but he's not their star. Right. And then they really don't have a third guy. If they had a third guy, I'm not talking about like Kawhi Leonard or no big names like that. But if they just had Middleton, then I'm saying something. Then I'm like, okay. But I knew that Golden State was going to, because I'm like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like really, I think the Nuggets was a little young, with it, this year. So, I mean, to me, Golden State had that. I'm sorry to say, but I wouldn't say cakewalk. Not because people got hurt this time, with the exception of
in 2015, it was definitely a cakewalk.
Yeah, but it's more of a, these teams are young and not ready yet. Not to take nothing away from Golden State and what Steph is doing, because it's amazing, because they should have lost in the Rocket series. This is all James Harden and Chris Paul's fault. I don't give a damn. This is their fault. But I think if you put Golden State right now with minus Kevin Durant with either one of those teams, especially the Raptors, to me, the Raptors, what I'm looking at, I think they can really challenge them. I'm going to pick Golden State, but I do think that with Kawhi, I don't. Oh, that's my question to y'all, because this came up. Kawhi and them, let's say they move on tonight. They play. Who does Kawhi guard? Kevin Durant ain't there. Let's not put Kevin Durant.
He guards pretty much. KD's not in right now.
Who do you put him on as a coach, though? That's what I'm saying. Who do you say that's your guy? Because I agree with
guard Curry.
I don't agree with that because Curry runs too much. Okay. He's everywhere.
Okay, the joint just froze. Okay, well he froze. All right. What I would, huh?
No, so what you thinking?
I think Kawhi will be guarding Klay if he don't guard KD.
Okay.
And it just makes more sense. He's going to have to guard a little bit bigger guy. Going against Steph, it just there's going to be mismatches everywhere just because of that switch. So if KD is not playing, which I believe he should be playing.
He's not playing the first game. I know that. They announced that he wasn't playing the first game.
He's not playing. Okay. So
Cousins is supposed to be back in though.
Oh, Cousins. I don't think he's gonna be.
I said he's a big factor. He's been a big factor in their team. You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I cut off. I'm sorry about that.
You good? So like I was saying, it's just the fact that Kawhi has to guard somebody a good size. It's gonna be Klay. Klay, he moves in and out of with the ball, so it's automatic that Kawhi is definitely gonna have to guard Klay. I see Kyle Lowry guarding Steph.
Yeah.
But I still don't count the Bucks out. I think the Bucks are going to take this one. And they're going to put it to Game 7.
Really?
Yeah, I'm still going to stick with my prediction. I know I said the Bucks are going against Golden State in the finals. So I'm gonna stick with it.
And they're going to get swept. Let me stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do think they will. I do think they will get swept with or without KD, to be honest with you. But then again, let me take that back. Because remember, if the Bucks got home court advantage, that can help them.
Right.
Because they got the best record in the NBA.
And who's going to guard? And see, this is my thing. Who's going to guard Greek Freak?
Iggy. Oh, Iggy hurt. Oh, that's right. You're right.
Who's going to guard him? Ain't nobody that's up there that could guard him. KD is too small.
KD's still about a couple games at least away from what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So who you got? Boogie? Boogie can't stick with him.
No.
And all those other no names, they only good for rebounds. So at the end of the day, it's like that's what I'm saying. There's too many mismatches with that. And then don't get it twisted. The Bucks got shooters. They got Bogan? What's my man's name from Virginia? The point guard. He's nasty. He could shoot threes.
I know what you're talking about.
He could shoot threes.
The guy that was hurt that just came back. They got Ilyasova.
You got Middleton. I mean, these guys could shoot and they could play defense. The only reason why the Bucks are right now is because of Eric Bledsoe. He shouldn't even be there. They need to stop putting him as a starting lineup. Take his ass out. He doesn't deserve to be in the game. Period. He don't. He's questionable, very inconsistent. He reminds me of a J.R. Smith. Real talk.
No doubt. No. Yo, I might cut off for 1 second. I'm gonna hit y'all right back. I'm sorry.
All right, man.
Okay.
You got it? You heard me?
Yeah.
Okay. My fault.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want a good finals. I mean, I definitely don't want to see us. I didn't watch the finals last year, so I would actually like to watch the finals this year. I would love to watch the finals. I'm not watching a sweep. If I feel it's even going to be a sweep, I'm not watching it. So that's why I didn't watch it last year. But I just want to see competition. It's ridiculous to see anyone sweep in the Eastern or Western Conference. It's fine. That's crazy. And it's even more crazy to see someone sweep in the finals. I mean, I don't want to see that. But I will say this. I do think Golden State, at least in the years I've watched basketball, which has been about 30, I honestly can't think of another team I've seen that's had this type of depth. I haven't. Like, I'm sure there could be one, and I'm just not. Maybe I just don't remember. But it's unreal how much depth they have with all of these injuries of key players. I've just never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'm trying not to bring the biasness of me in the mix of this because of this.
Right.
Because I don't want to be that person where I don't want to be that Knicks fan back when Michael Jordan used to play for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Where they used to be like, damn, you know, if it wasn't, you know, Michael Jordan had such a depth, he had this, that, and the third. I don't want to be that guy and just be hating on the team. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, they do have depth. They do have they have the hunger and a bite of a champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and another thing too is that they take risk.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry shoots still from 30 in the playoffs. Like, and he knows he's going to make the joint. Like, there's no hesitation. There's nobody getting mad at anybody. Like, there's no, like, everybody knows there's a mission. The mission is to get another ring. To get 4 rings. 4. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy. 3 for KD. So it's like, what can I say? They're a dynasty. I'd be a liar and I'd be a hypocrite to say that they're not. Like, they are a dynasty. But like I said, after this year, okay, yes, this year has not showed up yet. And yes, I am going to bring out my bias. After this year, this era is over. I think it's going to change. Things are going to change. But how's it going to
change if KD stays?
KD is not staying.
Why do you say that? I'm on the fence with that one. I think it's 50-50. Like, a lot of people think hands down he's not staying, but I'm totally on the fence with that.
He's not staying because of his personality. His personality is, he's like, I could do this. He wants to have that Michael Jordan legacy. You understand?
Well,
like,
he already ruined that, so.
Yeah, but that's what he wants. Like, he's very sensitive, okay? His name means a lot to him, okay? Where if somebody talks about his legacy, well, oh, yeah, he got championships, but he did it with Steph Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson. What? Man, I could do it without these cats. See, that's that kid mentality where, you know, I could bring somebody else and I could be, like, if it's not my team, then it doesn't count to him. It's not my team. It's Steph Curry's team.
But I see what you're saying. I think it doesn't count I think no one counts his rings because of him actually running to a team that didn't need him, one, but also a team that literally came back and beat him and Westbrook.
That's right. That's
so
right.
Those things alone, his rings are null and void to me. They don't exist. Like, they don't exist. Like, they're not even there. But because of his cupcake mentality, the same cupcake mentality that had him running to a team that literally he could have beaten, that part of me says he stays. And I say that because he would have to, unless he gets where he can figure out several other players that he can join and create something that he kind of has a pretty solid assurance that they're going to go really far or get a ring or at least get to the conference finals or the finals. He feels like that they're going to have that type of competitiveness. I don't see him leaving because I think the last thing he's going to want
Oh, snap. Okay. So, like what Sean was saying, looked like her battery was dying and it quit on her. But, yeah, like Sean was saying, she thinks that they're going to stay. I truly don't think they're going to stay or KD's going to stay. I think KD is going to eventually he's going to move on. And he's going to move on to possibly to join in with a Kyrie or like a Jimmy Butler, or even a Kyrie or Jimmy Butler, or maybe a Kyrie or AD, to go to the Knicks. They still a bigger market. They got big money over there. I know they will have to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. because he's making about $75 million within 3 or 4 year contract. So there's a lot that the Knicks is going to have to maneuver. But that's one thing that they will be able to do. She's probably messaging me. Her joy died. So with that being said, I think he's going to be gone. And I think he's going to, because he's going to try to prove to others. and at the same time prove to himself that he could do it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he wants to do, and I think that's what he's gonna do. So KD gone. Cut off. It's all good. KD is off. He's out of there. I think he's gonna do that. But for the playoffs right now, Golden State or whoever they face, I hate to say it, I think they are going to win. They are going to win, and it's going to make KD a little bit difficult to leave, but I think he's still going to do it. But like I said, it's just too much, man. It's too many. There she is. She's coming back. There you go.
Hey, I don't know what just happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Are we still on?
Yeah, we still good.
Okay, okay. Sorry, guys.
So.
But yeah, I think that he'll stay because I think the last thing he wants is to be a Kyrie, someone who ventures out to leave and then doesn't do well, and that's going to make his legacy even worse. So I think if he can team up with some people, he will leave. If it's a solid guarantee, he can team up with some people that he feels will help him. Because we also have to remember that he's not a leader. He's a mega talented role player. That's what I call him. He's a superstar, but he's not the leader of a team. He wasn't the leader in OKC. He didn't want to lead. That's not what he wants to do. He wants to use his amazing talents to be the most talented, amazing person on his team, and someone else lead and someone else have the heart. That's what he wants.
So what you think is going to happen? Okay, we got for him to stay. There's a problem with that. There's sacrifices that's coming in the mix to do so.
That's true. Yeah.
You have KD that, all right, now I want to stay. Obviously, he's not going to sign up for another one-on-one. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go ahead. I'm not going to say he's getting up on age, but in basketball world, he is. Okay? He's going to want that big contract. I'm talking about that $200 million contract. Okay? Right. For 4 or 5 years. What about Klay? Klay already consumed. He already said, "I want big money here."
Right.
He's talking $20 million. Okay, $20+ million. So with Klay wanted $20+ million, with not Draymond, excuse me, but KD won $30. What's that going to leave Golden State? Remember, Steph already signed that big contract for $200, close to $300 million deal. You got a whole bunch of role players, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Dre. Dre got 1 more year left. Okay? I think Dre is going to most likely sign a minimum. Not minimum, when I say minimum, I'm not talking veteran minimum. I'm talking about 10 million, 11 million. Compared to those guys, that's minimum. So that's not that big of a deal. Plus, Dre, not for anything, he's defensive guy. Who gives a fuck? Like, he's defensive guy. Yes, you're gonna need that type of guy when it comes down to the nitty gritty and the grit and to hustle and bust ass and get them garbage balls. But that's cool. But I'm talking about now it's time to win the game and hit the clutch shot. He ain't it. So all right, what's going to happen then? How is that going to work out?
I think it depends on what, at the end of the day, it depends on what KD wants to do. If KD wants to make max money and his goal is money, then yes, he's leaving, because it is just going to create a probably more negativity in that culture if he stayed and is asking for max money and everyone else is suffering when it was kind of their team before he came. So that's just going to cause conflict and issue, and management knows that. So yes, if it's about KD wanting to take the max contract and make that money, he will leave. And he'll be okay with his 2 rings. If it's about him wanting to prove that he can win without them, or him feeling wanting to feel like he's needed or whatever, then I think that his decision might be a little different, depending on if he feels safe in venturing out. Like if he doesn't feel he can join a team that is going to be competitive, I think he'd be concerned about that, because his thing is going to be, well, the last thing I want to do is leave the team that's basically gotten me my rings, go somewhere safe, go somewhere else, and then not do well in the rest of my career, or struggle. He's not going to go back to a struggle. I don't see him wanting to go back to a struggle. I think he's going to want to be able to be on a high level competing right there with Golden State, whoever, that Golden State team. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm really interested in this offseason because I think it's going to be a lot of.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of movement. And this reflects back to the ratings when it comes down to the playoffs. A lot of people are more interested of the all season. It's like the off season again is getting more and more explosive. Like it's ridiculous. Like last year it was a frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, where LeBron is going. All right, KD, what is KD gonna do? Where's Kyrie? Kyrie I think just got traded, so no, it wasn't Kyrie. It was somebody else. Can't think at the moment. Booby wasn't really a factor.
Paul George was a big deal.
Paul George. Yes. Paul George was definitely a big deal last year. So like they have that. Now it's back at it again, and I ain't gonna lie, that kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like this shouldn't even be talked about right now. Like let's just ignore free agency right now. This is not where it's coming to at the moment. This is not even close. It overshines the playoffs badly. And
but you know why? Back to what I was saying. It's because everyone's focused on who's going to be Golden State. So people are focusing on things like focusing on the offseason because it's like, who's going to go where? Who's going to possibly go to a team that's going to join this team, that's going to join this player, that's going to do this, that's going to do that, that's going to beat Golden State. It's like, that's why I'm so over it. I think it's just such, as I said, I'm just not going to focus on it anymore because it's just totally, I think, majority of, aside from Golden State fans and a lot of Laker fans, not the LeBron Laker fans, but the Laker fans that have been in the gutter for the last several years, who have now decided to be quiet Golden State fans. Yeah. Because I swear I argue with them more than I argue with the damn Golden State fans. Yeah. So they're the only ones happy about the way the NBA is right now. No one else is happy. No one else is happy about this.
Yeah. Nah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're right. We both saying the same thing, just in two different ways. It's just it's crazy the way it is. I don't like it. I could care less if LeBron likes Kyrie's picture with a Lakers jersey. I'm like, yo, are you serious? So you telling me?
Said that's funny.
No lie, they actually reported that on the NBA Jump.
That's funny. Yeah, they're getting so dramatic too. I mean, they're turning this like gossip.
It is. It is. It turned to a reality show like out of nowhere. Like people are they going at people's Twitter's accounts. They showcasing that. Oh, guess who so and so tweeted the emojis with the eyes, which means that are watching. They watching. Oh, okay. What the hell does that mean? And who cares?
Exactly.
Like who cares? So absolutely. They try to create a story from nothing, like literally from nothing, and it pisses me off. But it's sad to say that with Golden State sweeping Damian Lillard had became my favorite point guard. Hands down, my favorite point guard. But he was a no-show in that series.
I wonder if you just tell, honestly, you knew they were going to get swept from the beginning. They looked like they were scared, and I thought they would come in because they'd done so well in the previous series. I thought they would come in and kind of be like, we know we're the underdogs, but we don't care. We're going to have that same fearlessness. The only person I saw that showed up that series that kind of just was like, I don't care, was what is it, Myers? What's his name? Myers. Oh gosh, what's his last name? I just posted something about him. He plays for
Plumlee. You talk about Plumlee?
Myers Leonard.
I
didn't honestly pay him no attention until really this series. He's been playing with them, for a while, but he just stepped up and was really aggressive and fearless. And I was just like, that's what I'm talking about. It just seemed like the team, a lot of the players just seemed that they were already defeated. They already had the mind state that they weren't going to win, and I'm not sure why. They didn't have KD. I mean, I get why. I mean, we know it's Golden State, and we know how they have, really, really great team. But I thought, look, y'all made it to the Western Conference finally. shine, do your thing, leave it all out there, leave it on the floor, and I didn't feel like they did that.
No, and I think another thing too. By the way, Golden State plays so much better without KD.
They do.
They play so much better without KD. I think the ball moves a lot more. When you got like stars like KD or LeBron, you sacrifice a lot.
Right.
You know, I think when LeBron is playing, the ball is no longer moving. It doesn't move. It doesn't move college ball. Like it doesn't move like the college ball.
Right.
It doesn't. It's not a constant pass. It's more like penetrate, kick out. KD is the same way. He's a penetrate, kick out. And it's always been like that. And I think they better off without. I mean, I don't want to say they better off without KD, and that'd be the dumbest crap ever for anybody to be better off without a KD. KD is very supernatural. I don't want to reflect back to him, but his personality sucks. His thought process and the decisions suck, but his game and his talent you can't question.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, I still love his game, even though I don't like him, but I still think it's so pretty. He just has one of the prettiest shots. Yeah. I just love his game. I always have. So I'll never deny that. What I will say is I think Golden State was very smart. They picked a cupcake, and they baited him. I mean, and I think KD wanted to go as well, you know, because at the end of the day, they didn't need him. But what I think they did was they eliminated their threat in the West, and that was OKC. Take KD from OKC, you don't have that threat in the West anymore. Because I truly believe the next year we could have beaten them. So they did a good job. They were very smart, very strategic about, you know, making sure that they took out the biggest threat.
I think it's also I would say second to that is LeBron. LeBron just beat them 3. They came back from 3-1.
Yeah,
they were scared as shit.
Absolutely.
They were like, "Yo, we got to make sure this doesn't happen again."
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and grab the person that hates LeBron the most. Not hate him personally, but that competition.
He wanted to be that. He wanted to be on that level.
Yeah, he wants to be number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like everybody should.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody. It's like the villain. It's like the villain versus the superhero. That's Superman versus, you know, Lex Luthor. You know, he got the kryptonite. He's trying to hurt him as much as possible. You know, we were friends at one point, but when we on that court, I do not like dude. This, that, and the third. And LeBron, he plays with so much at ease. Like, I don't think he really, like, takes it there. I don't care how many times he said, yo, you know, we switch it when we off that court. No. Sometimes LeBron plays like we friends on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that KD wanted to be the best. KD just went about it different ways, and people will, you know, there's the people that will say all day long LeBron and KD did the same thing in their decision making. I will absolutely,
disagree.
Hands down, never agree. So I just say to people when they even go there, like, just go ahead. I respect your opinion. You don't even have to tell me. Don't even talk to me further. It's cool. Because I personally will never see how people think that what LeBron did and what KD did was the same thing.
But when they say stuff like that, at the end of the day, I just know they don't know basketball. So like, there's no point of talking anymore from here on out because you're not going to be knowledgeable.
Not from here on out.
And from here on out, there's no point of us talking anymore. Like, I don't feel like we don't need to debate any further. That's why I'd rather kick off that conversation at the beginning. And say, you know, well, how you feel about, you know, that's how we start the conversation. How you feel about the fact of how LeBron made his decision and KD made the decision. As soon as you say it's the same, we don't talk from here on out.
Funny. That, you know, I need to start having a little criteria when I'm out here dating. One is, are you a Golden State fan? And that's track one. 2 is, do you think KD and LeBron did the same thing? If you say yes, and that's track 2. 3 is, did you like the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones?
Oh.
And if you did, I'm sorry. That's it. That's my new. Thank you for inspiring my new criteria. We might as well just it's done.
If they Golden State fans, That's all. And if you Golden State fans from 5 years ago, you automatically get 2 strikes for that. I think that's an automatic because it shows your personality right off bat. You're a bandwagoner. Right. You hop on a bandwagon, you follow the wave, which shows that you probably spitting these lines from a book that you read or probably that you've seen it on the show because you're following somebody else's criteria. You don't know who you are personally, so look at yourself in the mirror and find out who is Kenny. Find out who is Kenny before you come and talk to me. I get all that. See, all that from being a Golden State fan from 5 years ago, it just shows that you don't know who you truly are.
Now, see, I appreciate the people who, like you said, 5 years ago would put them at, so you're saying 5 years ago in terms of whenever they started kind of on that climb?
Correct. The second.
My thing is, I mean, that's what, 2014, I don't think anyone knew in 2014 that they were going to be where they were in 2015. You know what I'm saying? I think there was so many injuries and so much stuff that happened that year that just kind of helped them really just go full speed ahead to where they went. I think if there wasn't so many injuries and all the stuff that was going on in the West, because like OKC was out that year because KD was injured. Spurs got knocked out first round, which was like shocking by the Clippers. And I think there were so many injuries, Memphis was injured. I mean, literally every Western team was injured. Then they get to the finals and the Cavs are injured. I think if it wasn't so many injuries, I think they probably made it to the Western finals and then got eliminated.
No, I say that because it's not mainly of their play on how everything fell in place with them winning championships, stuff like that, or even getting the 73 wins season. It's not that per se. It's the media. It's what the media made them to be. And sorry to say, like that's just what it is. It's everybody overhypes. It's like an overhyped show. And, and when people start listening to the overhyped show and they now became the overnight hype, and they now start following and now they wearing brand new smelling jerseys like they just came out of the store. Like I don't feel like you understand who you are personally. Like don't get into a sport and all that and just don't know who you truly are. You don't know your history. That's just like being a Blood or a Crip and don't know the history behind Bloods and Crips. So you just shooting the other person just for the hell of it because that's what you seen on TV or that's how you seen your friend did. Like that's just, it's not the correct way of handling things. That's why I say Golden State from 5 years ago. If you're a fan, then if you don't know Sprewell, if you don't know Mitch Richardson, you don't know Tim Hardaway before he went to Miami Heat. If you don't know Chris Mullin, if you don't know Don Nelson, like if you don't know these particular people, I'm not a Golden State fan, and I know these particular people. You probably wouldn't even recognize an old Golden State Warrior jersey. If you don't even recognize and don't own an old Golden State Warrior jersey, if you've been a Golden State fan for 10 years and you just got the latest jersey, don't look right, sir. It doesn't look right, ma'am. Get your shit together. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not sure about, for me, because I think that people can develop a love for a team. And I think the team that organically came together between Dre and Clay and Harrison Barnes and Curry, all of them, I think that I can see how someone would gravitate to that even before, because honestly, I was looking at them, not saying I've been a fan, but I admired them. I remember seeing them in like 2013 and being like, all right, now this team's gonna be a problem. So I can see someone saying, oh, back then looking at them or being from Charlotte, there's a lot being here in Charlotte. There's a lot of people that just are Curry fans that just came because, they love Curry and they supported where he went in the NBA because he's from Charlotte. But I have to talk to someone to kind of get it. Like my mom, for example, she's a bandwagon fan, and I don't respect it. Like she loves her some Curry, but she thinks she likes him because he's so cute and he shoots so well, and they're winning. This is also the same person that was a Miami Heat fan when Bron was there. I honestly think like there's definitely levels to it, and I would say probably when you really look at the bandwagon trend over the last several years. Like especially the Heat to me was another big trend where I couldn't wait till the Heat. Well, you are a fan probably because you love LeBron, but for me, I always disliked the Heat because I was a Knicks fan. Right. But furthermore, that's really it. So when people started loving the Heat, all of a sudden when Bron came, I mean, you remember it was like Heat Nation. I mean, it was like pandemonium, right?
Yeah.
I hated it, especially being from Florida. So that means half my timeline is blowing up and everyone's Team Heat, Team Heat. Ask me the last time someone repped the Heat on my timeline in the last several years. So I bet half those people either went to the Cavs and now with the Lakers, or half those people went to Golden State.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is my thing. All right. And I had a point. All right. That's what it is. I agree with you. You end up falling in love with a particular team or even a particular player. Obviously, I'm not gonna say love, but I faved LeBron James, but I faved LeBron James from the hype that he was built from being a high schooler, and the fact of his storyline. This is my point. To fave somebody, you gotta eventually know their history, right? You gotta know where they came from, this is why I like you. This is why I like you. You my favorite guy because of what you came from. This is what I like. So as a Golden State now from 5 years ago fan, you gotta now read up on, if you are a fan of that team, damn, all right, so how far had they not been in the playoffs? How long ago had it took them to get to the finals? When were they started? How were they born? Did they start from Oakland, or were they from somewhere else before they moved to Oakland? Like,
you're just saying the people who don't know anything really about they're literally just like, they're winning.
Yes.
I'm putting on their jersey. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. Those people I can't even have a conversation. You know those from a mile away. Like, as soon as they start talking, you know instantly, like, you know nothing about this squad. Like, you really don't know anything about basketball. You just are repping whoever's hot right now.
Right. And see, my thing,
I agree.
I even was considering, and I think I talked to you about this. I was like, when LeBron quits, when he retires, who's gonna be my next team? Who's gonna be my next person? Like, I don't know. Is it gonna be this?
Yeah.
And I was looking into Indiana or 76ers. Like, like I was.
It'll come to you organically. I think it has to. Like, for me, being a Knicks fan for all those years, and me transitioning to OKC, and I always have no love for the Knicks, but me transitioning to OKC, it just happened organically. I looked up one day, and I just remember I was following OKC, and I was kind of like really digging them. Really, really like Russ. He reminded me a lot of Starks in some ways, and his personality. And I was just like, I like this team. And then it just kind of, I kept following them because I was real cautious, because I'm real cautious about, I don't ever want to be that person that jumps on a bandwagon. So I felt for a minute because, I love the Knicks, but I knew the Knicks were not at all the team, the structure, the build of it was just not what I fell in love with at all. Like, they were far from that. And I was like, I just don't, I'm not connected to them anymore.
You get a pass for that though. Like, if it was the other team, it's a little different. Unless you're a Sacramento Kings, I would give you the pink slip themselves and be like, yo, you need to go to another team. But you get a pass for that because of the owner of the New York Knicks. He's an idiot. And see,
he is ruined. I mean, it's just it's so unfortunate. I'm still rooting for them too. I want them. I hope they do well. I hope KD or Curry, not Curry,
Kyrie.
I hope someone goes there and helps them. I love that squad. Like, that was my squad. Kyrie. So I hope they do well, but it's just got to a point where it's just so, oh my gosh, it's so bad.
But would you say,
not even about wins or losses, just the energy of the franchise, the
culture,
is not what I remember, was not what it was.
The culture. And by the way,
absolutely.
Talk about the culture. Go ahead and bring the camera down so then they can see your shirt. Yeah. A little bit further down. There we go. Yeah, Just Culture, baby. Yeah, Sean just got her shirt. I think I sent it. I think it was there a few days ago. But yeah, Just Culture is out, so you could pre-order if you like. Just make sure you contact me at statetothepoint@gmail.com. And Sean don't even know this. I'm just gonna put her out there. She will be the poster girl or the poster woman of Just Culture. She will be. We're gonna be doing some modeling photo shoots very, very soon with Sean, and getting her on that mix too. So yeah, I just gonna put you out there like that. I know. I
was like, hey, it's cool for me.
All right. So
cool.
So bet. So again, shout out to Golden State, even though I don't really rock with y'all. Like I said, it's okay for that pass of leaving the Knicks because I would have left the Knicks too. Kyrie, by the way, is not going to the Knicks by himself because Kyrie can't even handle Boston. So don't count out Kyrie going to the Lakers. But
I think he would go to the Knicks if he could team up with KD.
Yeah, but see, you said KD ain't going, so he ain't going there.
Well, I said if he goes somewhere, he's going to go somewhere where he could team up, where he's teaming up with several people that he knows he's going to be guaranteed some competitiveness. He's not going to leave if he's not going to go anywhere that he's going to have to kind of build a team.
So if KD,
so it's not to be a ready-made team.
So if KD stays, where's Kyrie going?
Oh, then I think he'll go to LA.
You think he's going to LA? Oh, so he has no chance of staying in Boston, huh?
I don't think he'll stay in Boston. And I don't honestly think they want him there. I think there's something going on behind the scenes with them. Personally, I think there's some stuff going on. That team played differently this year than they did last year. They played better last year.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not. Yeah, he's out. I think he's out for sure.
Yeah, and they had an interview with Terry Rozier, and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, in the middle of the series, middle of the playoffs where the in the season where the trade deadline was about to come up and he was in trade talks with the Pelicans, he said he don't even mind leaving Boston to go to the Pelicans. For a player to say that,
yeah,
there's something going on. Terry Rozier just recently had an interview after they just got eliminated by the Bucks. He had an interview. He was like, they asked him how he feel about Boston. He said he loves Boston, this, that, and the third. But his next step, he wants to start. I believe he is start material. Terry Rozier is really, really good. And he's definitely worth a starting position. And he's like, he definitely wants to start wherever he plays. He don't care where he plays. It doesn't matter as long as he gets the opportunity to start. And he's like, well, what is it about Boston and the confusion, or what you think it was? He was like, it was the play. It was the change of play. It was a change of scenery that caused Boston to be off. Mm-hmm. The change of culture, the change of scenery changed everything else, the way everybody played. Because they asked him the question, y'all were just in the Eastern Conference last year, about to go to the finals, and just came up short. What happened? What caused everything to go? And that's what he mentioned. So if you read between the lines, Kyrie was hurt last year. For them to go all the way to where they went to, and now Kyrie is healthy, and they come up like this, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, they're not a fan of his leadership, for sure.
They say he doesn't have any.
Yeah.
They say he doesn't have any. Like, there's no leader. He's a quiet one. He's quiet. He's not like, see, Kawhi Leonard is quiet, but Kawhi Leonard leads by example.
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
He's a monster.
He's no Kawhi. Yeah, he ain't no Kawhi.
He's nowhere close, and
But it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I think that
he's a KD. There you go.
He's KD. Absolutely, yeah.
He's a KD. He's one of those star role players. He has to have somebody to lead the team while he do his thing. Like, take the heat off of him, and if there's any heat on him, then he feels some type of way and he gets into his emotions. He did it in that post conference when he said, "Oh, I shot 33 shots. I should have shot 40." Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you say that? So you telling me that your team can't do it? You have to do everything. You have to be the scorer. You have to be the rebounder guy. You have to play defense. You have to do everything. Your team can't do it. So that's what you pretty much saying. Like, don't ever give something, especially to the media, where they could twist and do whatever to your words, bro. And as a leader, you should know that. But and somebody said this, and I don't remember who said it. You can't want to be a leader you gotta already be one. You understand? You have to already have it.
Right.
You have to already have it. You're kind of born as a leader. You can't want to be a leader. If you want to be, you're not gonna make it in the league. There's no such way. You most likely gonna fail.
Right.
You know? So, but yeah. So with that being said, free agency. Again, free agency already really started. The frenzy already started. People are now trying to figure out who's going where is going. I think Jimmy Butler's gonna stay. I don't think Jimmy going nowhere.
He's so overrated to me.
He's overrated?
Yeah, I think so. I think
no.
Yeah, I just hear a lot of people talk about him and put him in very high regards, and I think he's too inconsistent to get that from me at this point.
I'm gonna have to disagree. Jimmy is he has an OG about him. He has an OG swag.
OG consistency, and then he'll get my respect. I don't care. I mean, you know, to me, being on certain games, yeah, I watched him when he's on, and I'm like, ooh, he's good. But I watch him be off too many times. That's my biggest thing with him. Like, consistency is huge for me. Like, skills is one thing. You can have skills, but do you have skills all the time? That's what separates you from good to great.
Right. I think Jimmy, why I like Jimmy so much is that he has that OG about him because he believes in good defense. He believes in great defense. And one thing about it is if he catches you slacking, he's going to point it out. You know, he's like, yo, I don't like these soft, I don't like these soft dudes, man. I don't want no soft dudes in my team. Look at what he did with K-Towns. He's like, yo, he's soft. Wiggins.
I guess my thing is, but what are you doing though? Like, I don't know. I just don't. I mean, to me, like, when he's on, he's great. But there's sometimes where I'm like, where are you, Mr. whatever superstar, whatever they call him.
I think at the end of the day, like, everybody at times get off. They off at times.
No, not the way and I'm talking about the pedestal they put him on. Like, to me, he's good. But the way everyone would be like, Jimmy Buckets, he's not top 5, even top.
No.
To me, even Westbrook's. I mean, he's not that dude. Like other people lead his team, and that's Embiid's team. That's not his team. I don't know. I just feel like he gets a lot, and maybe not from you, but from a lot of sports critics. I hear a lot of praise about him. They put him on this almost like he's creme de la creme, and I'm like, but I don't see the consistency in that. Now when he's on, he is a good two-way player. I'll give him that. I love me some defense, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, with those type of media,
so inconsistent.
Yeah, with those type of media, like, because we media too, so there's different. Like, I think those type of media, they have to praise certain stars when they doing great, and when they doing bad, they have to trash them, like, because that's what they get paid for. This is why it's beautiful to have Stay to the Point podcast, is because we gonna speak it how it is. At the end of the day, Jimmy is, I wouldn't say he's very inconsistent. He might not be top. He definitely not top 5.
Not even top 10.
He's not top 10 either.
Yeah.
But I would definitely want him on my team. I tell you that off bat, I would want him starting. And why I say that is because I know he's gonna give it his all, not only in the game but in practice too. Like, he's gonna bust ass, pause, but he's gonna do what he has to do. Him teaching, I don't know. I don't know about his teaching and his motivational, not motivational skills, but mentor skills. I don't know about that part, but I just know that from the reports and all that he's very hard in practice. Like, he's hard on plays. He don't care how big of a name you have.
But to me, to get that, to me, and I'm just saying, if I'm Embiid, I ain't listening to you being hard on me when you ain't even on my level. Like, get on my level. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you.
But that's the thing, Mom.
I think I like him, but I feel like, to me, if you're getting hard, you're on me and you're inconsistent, get on yourself.
But that's my thing. All right. That sounds like a diva-ish type of attitude if Embiid is coming off like that. That's diva-ish. Like, oh, you're not on my level. My thing is, it's not about the level part. It's about the respect part. Like, as a man, as a player.
if you're, I get it on a just people being a teammate. I get that, like teammates being teammates, holding you accountable, motivating you. That part I get.
Right.
What I'm saying is in terms of, to me, the way Jimmy Butler comes off, I don't know the dude, but the way he comes off to me is like he thinks he is like an elite player. He thinks he is like, he's been on several teams. He's, been in the playoffs and done his thing, whatever. But if you're coming hard down on me, kind of like like, to me, the LeBrons can do that. The KDs can do that. The Westbrook, like there's people that are top 10 that can do that. But if you're doing that to me and you're not even as consistent as I am, I'm probably gonna start looking at you a little bit with a side eye. Like if you're, trying to be really hard on me, and it depends on his delivery. I don't know how he's coming off. He's coming off more like, team just as a whole. I believe in you, dog. Come on, let's get it together. Like a Fish when he was on OKC. That's fine. But if he's coming off like on some, I'm trying to school you and kind of tell you how you should need to be doing it, blah blah blah, which I've heard there's been conflict in their locker room a little bit, then I'm gonna kind of be like, well, what you doing though? Because I'm the one who's I'm leading the team, not you.
Right.
But that's me. I mean, you definitely not gonna come at me talking about inconsistency and coming at me hard and critical if you ain't doing the same. If you're not living up to that.
Let me ask you this.
Have to be a certain status.
Because I know we about to end the show soon.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this: with the 76ers franchise, who you picking? Embiid or Ben?
Oh, Embiid. I love Embiid. That's me though. That's me. I love him. I think he has a bright future ahead. So that's me now.
So Ben is gone.
I'm not saying Ben is a bad player, but that's who that's not a no-brainer for me.
But why?
I think Embiid I love his jump shot. I just think he has a lot of potential. He's just one of those kids. I don't gravitate to everyone, but he's just one of those kids that I see just like I saw when I saw Giannis, just like when I saw AD come in. AD kind of had some stuff already, but just there's certain players that to me have a special quality that all they're going to do is continue to grow. And I see him as one of those players. I think he's very talented. I think he's talented on both ends of the court. Yeah, I mean, I love Embiid, but I'm an Embiid fan. I like him.
So, because their contracts, both of their contracts is coming up. Somebody's going to have to get signed. Somebody's going to have to go.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Ben Simmons yet at all. Like everyone, I know he came in with the hype and stuff, but he hasn't done anything for me yet. He hasn't moved me. People have to move me.
Yeah, he's going to have to work on his jump shot. That man cannot shoot. I never seen so much disrespect from defenders of a person in my life. Now that I think of, I'm going to think a little bit harder than that, but I just never seen it. Like, literally LeBron, I remember him going against LeBron. LeBron was damn near in the paint waiting for him to shoot. Like, he was playing 21 from the top of the key. Like, he had to shoot a top of the key shot, and everybody's just waiting for the ball to get down. Like, no defense. Oh, he's going to shoot? Oh, okay, let him shoot. Everybody get down on the paint. We're going to wait to get this rebound.
Right.
And sad. It's just very sad. He's big. He could grab the rebound. That boy could fly, and he could run. And he got a great. Yeah. I would pick Ben over freaking Alonzo Ball. That's for sure.
Oh gosh, I mean, yeah.
Alonzo Ball.
And these are all kids. What I love about they they still have a lot of career to go. They still have a lot of improvement. He can improve. I don't want to knock him or down him. If you ask me right now who I pick, it'd definitely be Embiid. But I see something special in Embiid. I think he's someone that I just look at and I say, healthy. I can't wait to see what he's doing in 10 years. And I'd be like, I like that kid from day one. Like, I just like him. I just think he's gonna go far.
If he stays healthy though. That's my thing.
Because if he stays healthy, that's true. That's true.
With his size, it's a little difficult because of him being so big. It comes with a lot of knee injuries.
Right.
And that's my scare with Embiid. Is that you can't tell the future, so it's corny but when it comes down to money and big contracts, you got to kind of try to predict the future. All right, is this guy going to be injured in the next 5 minutes? Is he going to be injured in the mid-seasons? Like, I would hate to pay this guy $200 million if he's going to get hurt within mid-season, and I'm going to have him out for a whole year. Like, it defeats. And then now we tied up as a team, and I can't trade him because he's hurt. I can't release him because he got money on his books. So it's like, I'm stuck. My hands are behind. Like, look at the Houston Rockets. They tied up with Chris Paul. Chris Paul can't go nowhere. They can't trade him.
I mean, I feel sorry for them. We knew Chris Paul's injury history before he came. So, I mean, I don't feel bad for them.
I mean,
that's their fault. I mean, it's not like I can see if it's a player where something happens to them, like a KD or something, where they're not injury prone. But I mean, Chris Paul's injury prone. Y'all was trying to find someone to add to beat Golden State. So whatever you get with Chris Paul is what you already knew he was. There's nothing about him in the last 2 years that's different than what he was before.
And the feud now with James Harden and Chris Paul is a little bit something. I think there's a little bit of spice going on between them now.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And if you look at their play from last year, you remember Chris Paul he was hurt, like you said, injured prone. He was hurt. But if Chris Paul was there, we could kind of say that there's a possibility Houston could have been in the finals that year.
Oh, Chris Paul was hungry. He wasn't the same Chris Paul this year.
But why?
He was hungry last year.
But why? Again, this started off with James Harden. James Harden was shooting lights out last year too. But the difference was it was his first year shooting out. It was his first year going in. Now he started a new season knowing that, hey, I could spark up whenever I feel like it. Now I'm going to do 45. Now I'm doing 45. Guess what that does? It takes the ball away from who? The main guy, the point guard. Mm-hmm. He is now the point guard and the shooting guard. Mm-hmm. And remember when Chris Paul was out, he was being the point guard. And they said that he was a better position than point guard because he then will see the floor a little bit better. And James Harden.
He's a better point guard.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think he's better than Harden, absolutely.
Oh, Chris, yes. Chris.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, no, I was saying James Harden.
Oh, you're saying Harden.
Harden, they were saying James Harden.
Yeah, no. Gotcha.
They were saying James Harden was good at the point because he was able to space the floor out a little bit more.
Okay.
With him not being a shooting guard, he had one corner. Mm-hmm. Now that he's a point guard, he has the top of the key. He was able to maneuver and throw those lobs to Capella. If we remember last year, like that was his thing. Mm-hmm. But now Chris Paul back healthy. Now you got Chris Paul on point. Now it's like, oh wait, bro, I could do this without you. Now, I'm getting 45s. I'm still throwing these little lobs in here and there. Now I can't get the space I want to. Now we have to switch back and forth on point guards.
But I just don't like, and I don't know. I mean,
that's what made it ugly.
Egos get involved and so much gets involved. That's one thing I will say about Golden State. I just love they play team ball. Yeah. And that's what I love about the Spurs. I just love team ball. Like when people get, and know your role. That's another thing I like about Golden State. They know their roles. Yes. They know their roles and they identify with them and they have pride in their roles.
Yes.
Like you have so many people who are trying to do something else that's not even in their role, or they trying to shine, or they got, they get mad because this person, it's just,
And it's the superstars. It's the superstars that know their roles. Like the role players are going to follow suit. Like, that's fine. They're going to follow suit. They're going to find their niche in the team. Mm-hmm. They're going to find it. And when they do find it, they're going to make a nickname out of it. That's what they do. That's fine. Cool. But the superstars know their role. But that's why I say KD is leaving. I don't want to make full circles. That's why I say he's leaving. Because KD, see, Steph will step away from it. Steph will be like, all right, go ahead, you got it. Because Steph is like, he's literally that guy on the court, off the court. That nice guy that everybody want to be around. He has that sweet family and all that. That's what it is. Like, Steph don't mind saying, here you go ahead, bro, do your thing. If you need me, I'm right here. I'm always going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has that. Klay, a little different. I think Klay does take suit of it. Draymond, we already know offensively, he's not nowhere in any realm of those three. But one thing about Draymond is he has a mouth. KD, how can you take that? If Draymond comes in and curses you out, this, that, and the third, and KD being sensitive the way he is, you see what I'm saying? So this is a little bit. I think that's why I feel like he's leaving, because this little twist is here and there that his pride plus his emotional sensitivity is going to find another route. I think that's why he's leaving. But with all that being said, yo, thank you guys for tuning in. Every single one of y'all that tuning in. Again, we're gonna try. Like I always say, we're gonna try because our schedule has been crazy. It's always been crazy, and one day it's gonna get straight. I know Sean, her son just won the championship doing this thing.
Well, they have the tourneys, so this is just like the fourth or fifth. I mean, it's not the state. It's not nationals yet.
Oh,
so
not
nationals isn't until July. So each tourney they can win.
Because I seen that
championship.
I think he just got a gold medal, right? Didn't he get a medal?
Yeah, he just won. This is their like fourth or fifth championship they won this season. So they're doing well. They're doing really well.
Balling out. So he's doing this thing over there. So it keeps Sean on the road. So Sean, she the manager. She's running shit over there. Doing her thing.
Mommy manager.
And mommy manager. You got Fueg. He's taking care of his mom's. We praying for her throughout the process of her being in the hospital, but she's recovering really well. Thank God for that. And myself, I'm doing nights, so I'm zombied. I'm like a zombie. I'm like literally like a vampire. So sometimes even if I leave a little early, I gotta stay up all the way to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning before I go to sleep.
Right.
It's just because like my body's now trained to do overnight now, so it's crazy. So. We are going to get it together. I know summertime is around the corner. We got a lot of other stuff that's going to pop off that I'm very excited about. The Just Culture. Just found out some information on online shopping that we might be attached to now. So there's gonna be some things that's gonna be moving. We'll do some photo shoots. We're gonna have a lot of fun, man, and I'm excited for it. But more importantly, I'm definitely trying to get this show as consistent as possible. This is personally my baby. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking with Sean. I feel like we grew a nice bond together as like a brotherly, sisterly bond together. And same for Fueg. We known each other for so long, and I love these conversations every weekend because we get to talk. We get to conversate, and we have a platform to do so, to do this. And it also broadens our opportunities as well. So our responsibilities are always going to be there. Our priorities are always going to be there. But one thing about this is even more special, and I feel like we will get this consistent, and we will get this going. We got a special guest that's going to be with us next week. She is a owner / founder of a writing company. She does independent films, as well as she helps writers get their scripts into the right hands. So she's gonna be on. Her name is Sean. Wait, what's her name? Damn, Miss Johnson. But I'm trying to remember her first name. I think it's Sean. Chandra too, but it's spelled differently.